All right, so I think we're back. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. OBS decided to just completely kick us out, and then it wouldn't reconnect. Then it wouldn't let us rebroadcast, so I had to just close it out. Got it back going though. Looks like we're live. Looks like everything's good. We are going to hop right back into our third main topic, our third and final topic today, which is Wakanda Forever. It's box office projections. So right now, this is coming to us from the Hollywood Reporter. Basically, right now, Wakanda Forever is tracking for $175 million plus debut, which is huge, right? We haven't had $100 million opening since, like, I believe, was it Top Gun we said? It feels, whatever, it was either that or it had to be Thor or, one of those, which still was a while ago. This is super exciting. Right before we got cut off, I was talking a lot about the cultural significance of this movie and how much I enjoy that and how much Ryan Coogler brings to these films, how much the costume designer brought to this film with all this culturally significant stuff. Again, here's the picture of Shiri with this. I mean, all of this is amazing, man. The neck garb stuff and the earrings and the dots. All of it is very cool. And we're gonna see a lot of that, I guarantee you. And of course, then we'll have Kendrick Lamar, right? That Rihanna's gonna be in it. Yep. So it looks like Riri could be coming back and making her music return because she's been kind of MIA for some years now too. Right, but it makes sense too. It's a very fitting time because again, the king is gone, right? And and also what I was saying right before we got cut off was about when we got in here to the theater. When we get in there, we're going to be all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and happy because we're finally going to see Wakanda Forever. But as soon as the movie starts, we're going to quickly be hit with a lot of emotion and overcome with a lot of feeling that this is deep and this sucks, and I didn't want to remember all these feelings that I felt, a couple years ago when we heard about Chadwick Boseman's passing. So, but I think still that they got to hit us with that funeral scene pretty quick. If the movie opened like that,
I bet it will.
I think that would speak a lot to how much,
how big of a shadow he's going to cause.
Right, and really, what this movie means. And, Coogler said multiple times that the whole point for him making this movie was to honor Chadwick Boseman and the character T'Challa. And I believe that'll be done. That's all I'm really hoping for out of this movie. And yeah, it's obviously, I'm excited for Namor, right? I mean, who's not excited for that? The first mutant and, a lot of stuff. I hear other murmurs, and then of course we know we have Ironheart, right? And now we know we may have Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. we said that we potentially could maybe see a post-credit scene that leads into Ironheart, which would make sense. And if Mephisto is the real main villain of that would maybe make sense too. Or maybe she needs to make a deal, and that deal leads into the Ironheart series. But either way, super excited for that too. Honestly, like I was saying earlier, this is my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. And I believe it was November 11th? Yeah, right. Like that, yeah. November 11th. So super exciting. And yeah, don't forget the first movie made like $1.3 billion. So that's
in total?
Yeah, so it made a ton of money. I expect this one to probably make even more if that even is possible. But it may be, especially again with that honoring Chadwick Boseman thing. It's going to mean a lot to people of all kinds. So I imagine everyone comes out and sees this film. Lucas, you're hearing this $175 million opening weekend, plus could be more. What do you think? You think it hits it? You think it under, over?
If not over, right at the line. It's definitely not going under. I mean, I know that things have changed, obviously post-pandemic and whatnot. But I remember when Black Panther 1 came out, when it was like just the first couple weekends when it was just skyrocketing, soaring. I remember what you're talking about how, African American community, it sticks together.
Right.
And I love that, man. Like I love to be able to get in there and be like, Martin Freeman, Evan, whatever.
Right.
And that, but I love that too, because they finally, like, we finally all get our own superheroes. We finally all get superheroes that represent us. And man, that's beautiful. And that really shows in the numbers that, the first one brought people out, and I fully expect it, especially in light of everything that's happened since 2018 or whatever, but specifically Chadwick Boseman's passing. I think that he is our king, and people are going to come out to pay their respects, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're still looking for those all white outfits. Just got to figure out what.
Gotta get them tailored.
Yeah, got to figure out exactly what I want to wear. So I wish I was Jaden Smith rich. I would just buy a all white Black Panther suit, like a full blown one. Yeah, and just wear that.
That would be cool.
Right, no doubt.
Well, we just go get one from Walmart, spray paint it white.
Yeah, but that. Yeah, I'm talking about a real.
I know.
Right, but yeah. But yeah, so again, I'm super excited. I believe this movie probably hits over 175. It may do 250. I mean, you just never know with these things, especially with the Marvel films. The first one did so well. I imagine all those people are going to come back, and like I said, then you're going to have all
the Latin
other
American community too, now with more,
right. But then you're also gonna have all the people who in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, just again that was their king too. So you have like a whole bunch of different crowds that you can get out to this film, and I think that we're gonna see a lot of people go to theaters to see this. Yeah, and so I'm super excited. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, it's my most anticipated left for the year. So if it's November 11th, that'd be probably November 10th for us. And yeah, I mean, that's not that far away when you really start to think about it. I mean,
like 20 days.
Right? That's nothing. That's crazy. Yeah. But what's really not that far away is Black Adam, though, right? That's right. We are T-minus 3 hours, a little less than 3 hours away from going to see Black Adam, and I am stoked. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Lucas, are you excited for this?
I'm pumped, man.
Yeah,
I'm pumped. I if they don't have a little lightning bolt Black Adam drink, though, I'm gonna be a little upset.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna let it dampen
it's gonna
my
be
mood,
like a dark whiskey drink with like a black bourbon in it or something, and it's
maybe
gonna
like
look
a drop of black, like food coloring,
and then they like splash in a little yellow at the top to. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm super excited. I really am. I love Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Love the character of Black Adam. Yeah, super excited.
Post-credit scene, man.
Super excited. I hope this doesn't end up one of those Thor Love and Thunder situations, because man, was I excited for that movie, and I really left the theater just being disappointed. So I don't see that particularly happening. I think I'm going to have fun with this one, even if it's not that great of a movie. Perfect example of that is Morbius. I recently watched, and definitely a bad movie, like a really bad movie. But overall, even as much as I hate Jared Leto, I had fun. It wasn't that bad. It was all right, Yeah. That's one of those movies too that's like a 16% critically and like an 86, audience, right?
Was it really that high?
Yeah, go ahead, look it up. It's pretty. It's one of the more lopsided ones that we've had in a number of years. That's for sure. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as you thought it would be. What does it say it is?
It's loading. 15% for critics and 71 for audience. So that's pretty high.
Right, 15
Pretty
and
high.
71. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. I haven't seen a big one like that.
Right, for sure. Yeah, that's what she said. So,
Dang it, I was gonna.
so yeah, but yeah, guys, I know that we did lose some chat questions and stuff with the OBS crash, but so we do apologize if we missed anybody's questions and all that. But we do have a couple chat questions here, Lucas.
Yeah, sure. So Landstander says, do you think the WandaVision spinoff will be? I think obviously Agatha, right, will be related to WandaVision or more standalone like WandaVision.
I mean, I would imagine it would be more standalone, but I mean, it could be related to WandaVision in some way, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah, right. If it's like, picking up from where Agatha was left at the end of WandaVision, I can see it having a little bit more to do with that. But, if it's a prequel series, maybe, I mean, about her origins, in the Coven of Chaos, whatever. Right. I don't know how much it will tie into WandaVision any more than WandaVision tied into Avengers Age of Ultron, because you got Vision and, Scarlet Witch and whatnot coming in.
Right.
But that being said, if there is connections to it, I hope they are going the route that we were talking about last night. And, that could very well make sense with Mephisto. I mean, because if Mephisto gets his introduction in Ironheart and maybe the Hood ends up being in Coven of Chaos too. Maybe he's one of the, students of it.
Right.
And maybe they're even with that building to a certain, because, they're talking about rumors of Doctor Strange, like Hogwarts school almost, right?
Oh, wow.
Wizardry.
Yeah, sure.
So what if they're building up like a, good wizard versus evil wizard school here, and, Mephisto's the one behind the evil,
Yeah,
I can see it connecting a lot, but it is part of a cinematic universe, so to a certain degree they all connect. But
right, yeah, and that's how I feel about it. That it will connect to a certain, amount, but most likely it will be more of its own kind of standalone thing. So, that being said, I think we do have one more question here from Loki Auto Sales. Will you buy the Black Adam popcorn bucket? Man, let me say this about that. Let me go on a small rant here. Last time I went to AMC to see Thor Ragnarok, which again I was super excited for, I found out days in advance that they were going to have these Mjolnir popcorn buckets that look like Jane's version of Mjolnir, the broken up one. It looks just like the hammer, but you can put popcorn in it. And I was like, yeah, got to get me one of those, maybe two. So get there. Maybe two. I'm the first one there, man. Like, I mean, the movie starts at like 2 and we're there at like 1. And we get there and on this door already are signs that say, we are out of the Thor Mjolnir popcorn buckets. And I'm like, how is that possible? And so I, spoke with the manager, and the manager informed me that they had a line at the door when they opened at like 1 or at noon. And there were like 70 people out there waiting, and all they wanted was the popcorn bucket. And apparently they got to all buy it without going to see a movie. So when I got there, I was unable to buy said popcorn bucket. But then I found out, or I was told by the guy at AMC that there was a way for me to get one online. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And so he gave me the information, and I was contacted by AMC, and they said that they were going to send me out one of these popcorn bucket Thor things. That was
July.
That was July, AMC. So yeah, I still have yet to see my Thor popcorn bucket, and there is actually like a screen that I can go on that they sent me, where I can like check on it, and it still says like, hey, it's on the way some point, but we're back ordered so much that, and it's like,
I just want to say that like AMC, that bad business move. If people want to, like, if you're doing something like this, if there's an option already for people to buy it online, promote that so that the people, that just came to
those
buy the
people could
ticket
buy it
and
online,
to buy the
right.
popcorn thing, not even going to get actual popcorn in there. They're just not
Right.
the bucket.
Right.
And leave it for the people that are there to experience that movie with their Mjolnir, popcorn bucket, man. Come on. That's the whole reason you're doing it, right?
Right.
I don't know. That's annoying. I went with you and I didn't even know all that.
Yeah. Oh, and I was frustrated. I was very hot. It made me very, very agitated.
Yeah.
As a guy that really honestly probably buys every one of those damn buckets.
Yes, I can attest.
So I have a house filled with popcorn buckets, but I'm down 1 million one. Thanks to you, AMC. Mr. Will send it to you. Anyways, so back to the question at hand. Will I buy the Black Adam popcorn bucket? I want to say no because of my frustration with the situation and the fact that I may get there and they'll be like, "Cool, Will,
you can order it
they're
online.
already gone, so order it online, you fat loser."
Should have bought it online weeks ago.
And I will not want to deal with that. Also, to be 1,000% honest, the Mjolnir one was very cool and different. The Doctor Strange one was very cool and different.
Oh yeah. No Way Home.
Yes,
pretty cool too.
Yes, but this one, I don't know if you've seen this one, Lucas, but it's actually just what else would it be, right? It's just a bust of The Rock's body.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah. And that's what you're eating popcorn out of.
Nice and buttery.
So it's not like quite as cool as you would want it to be, but if you know anything about me, most likely I'm going to walk in there. I'm going to see it on display on the shelf and go, give me the Dwayne The Rock Johnson body with caramel corn.
Give me the pet corns, Give me.
So yeah, probably will be buying the Black Adam popcorn bucket if they got it. I don't know. I'll see. I'll look at it when I get there. Depends on how I'm feeling. I will probably for sure get the cocktail.
Yeah.
I haven't had a drink now in some weeks because alcohol has really been giving me heartburn bad lately. But I've been heartburn free for a few days now, almost like a week now. So
drink some more red wine. Good for your heart.
So I'm definitely gonna get the cocktail. I'll check out the popcorn bucket and I may give it a go. I may just do that. Lucas, are you interested in the body of The Rock filled with popcorn?
Yeah, who's not? No, I don't usually end up buying them. I probably should, memorabilia, but it's enough for me that you always get them, and
it's like
because I'm gonna get to eat some of the popcorn anyway. But the cocktails for sure, I gotta do that. That's almost tradition, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But,
that last one we had, that Thor: Love and Thunder one. Oh God, dude, I love that thing. It was so good that and my wife liked it so much that she started getting the stuff, and we was trying to make it here. It was so good. So, and every once in a while they really do just have a hit. And I love when they do too, like they did for the Batman. They did the Catwoman drink and the Batman drink, which was they were both really unique and good. I love that Batman drink. It would get me I'd drink like this much of it, dude, and I'd be gone. It was awesome. Love that stuff. Expensive, but it's part of the experience, right?
For sure.
So I'm basically getting my tickets for free. Is the way I see it. So
AMC,
so thank you, AMC A-List. So with free tickets, I can spare spending $10-15 on a cocktail. So, and sometimes 30 on a popcorn bucket. But yeah. So yeah, guys, I think that's it, man. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Been another fun day.
More
A little bit of a short show today and a lot of technical difficulties. We were haunted. What was that?
What was that?
Oh no! We were haunted by Sacha Baron Cohen's presence as Mephisto throughout the show. Thank you to producer Shane for the beautiful graphic, of course. He is.
Very nice.
I am Mephisto. Okay. I have a terrible Borat.
My name is Borat.
Right. My name is
This
Mephisto.
my wife. My name is Mephisto.
But yeah.
I come from, hell, Kazakhstan.
Hopefully we have some bigger news stories tomorrow. Like I said, everything kind of was last minute here today, so it was kind of a thrown together show, and I guess it made sense that we had the OBS crash because for some reason that's just fitting of the kind of day that we were going to roll into. So
right, and my computer beeping before.
Yeah, right.
is,
Yeah,
I've
and his
never seen
computer
that.
turned
It's
into
crazy.
a bomb just
about
minutes before the show started. So we had to get to the bottom of that. But yeah, so we're safe now. Make sure everyone's still going to watch that whale trailer so we can extend our 7 days. I don't know how many days I have. I don't know how many people have watched it, but I definitely want to continue to live as long as I can. So, if like 10 people watched it, I got 70 days now. So keep watching it, guys. Yeah, and again, we appreciate all you guys' comments and questions. As always, that's the funnest part of the show is answering your guys' questions and interacting with you guys. Thanks for joining us on the show today. Stick around, as we've been saying, we're going to see Black Adam here in. We'll probably be leaving the house in like an hour and a half, or so to start heading that way and getting my drink on and getting my popcorn body on and all of these kinds of things and whatnots and whoosy whatsers. So yeah, it's super exciting. So make sure you come back around. I think Lucas is going to join me a little bit later towards the end of the evening when hopefully everyone's coming out of theaters and everyone's had a chance to check it out, and we will all talk about Black Adam and give our thoughts and our reviews on it. So hopefully all goes well with that. So again, thanks guys for sticking around, and thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys here. I don't know, maybe like 10 and midnight, somewhere around there. So we will see you guys then. Have a good one, guys.